karta. And that shift that we are seeing, remember the BJP had gone for a complete shift in the government. Sare ke sare chief minister se leke pura cabinet badal gaya. And Zaka, you know, as someone who has covered the party, it happened in the matter of just 24 hours.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think anyone had a clue who the next chief minister is going to be, who the ministers are going to be. I think it's very, very clear that the BJP, you know, once the high command decides, everyone just falls in line. Just like in this election, you know, the Prime Minister has had, I think, 30 rallies, 35 rallies. More. The Home Minister has had perhaps more than that. You know, once they have fallen, once the decision has been taken at the top, then everyone just, the rank and file just falls in line. And
then you have the Prime Minister who's personally dialing each and every person because he has that Gujarat connect, has been the Chief Minister for 12 years. Siddhant is joining us live again from Surat. Siddhant, 1 घंटा हो गया, 1 घंटा 15 मिनट. अभी क्या माहौल है?
मारिया, माहौल यहाँ पे बहुत ही खुशनुमा है क्योंकि जैसे कहते हैं ना कि लोकतंत्र को सेलिब्रेट करना, हाउ टू सेलिब्रेट डेमोक्रेसी, देन पीपल शुड लर्न फ्रॉम वोटर्स ऑफ सूरत. नाउ बिहाइंड मी यू कैन सी दीज स्मॉल चौपाल्स आर गोइंग ऑन आफ्टर वोटिंग. द वुमेन आर चिलिंग, यू नो, दे आर रिलैक्सिंग. विल स्पीक टू देम. वोट कर हो गया आपका? क्या मुद्दे रहे?
हम तो हमारे गुजरात के हिसाब से कर रहे हैं. हमारे गुजरात में सब अच्छा है. हाँ, तो हमें
सब अच्छा है के हिसाब से. हाँ, आप
बस यही गुजरात की आबादी अच्छी तरह से सब.
चैटिंग क्या चल रही थी? आप लोग चिट चैट
Siddhant, अपना ऑडियो फिक्स करिए and I'm going to come back to you. There is some audio glitch, Siddhant, and that's why we are not able to hear you clearly. So you'll be speaking to the voters. I'm going to come back to you in just 30 seconds. But before that, a quick word from you, Rasheed. Rasheed, why is Congress missing from the ground? You know, the Congress party could have built on the momentum they had in 2017. And then you had, of course, you know, Ahmed Patel trying to unite the party, the organization together. He is no longer there. But what about other leaders? You have a scenario where the working president quits just 1 month before the elections, and the Congress party, which is saying that they are leading a silent campaign, is missing from the ground.
Mari, I think, you know, there is a lot of criticism of the Congress party on this count. But remember, assembly elections are fought on local issues. It's a different thing. The BJP has a huge vote catcher in Prime Minister and in the Home Minister. But we must remember, Maria, and you have traveled far and wide in Gujarat, it's a linguistic state. Unless you have a very good, you know, Gujarati-speaking national leader of stature to make some kind of impact, a Kharge, a Shashi Tharoor, a Salman Khurshid, you know, they are not going to make a qualitative difference on the polity of that state. So this is, the Congress has understood this. And therefore, they have made it low-key. But it's all about booth management. Mr. Raghu Sharma, who's in charge of Congress campaign in Gujarat, he's given several interviews to say that they have a very robust, you know, kind of local system, booth management, etc. Let's see what happens. On a day when a former chief minister cast his vote, you see, he is running a political campaign. That's not a, you know, that's not a proper thing, a matter of propriety or a model code of conduct, etc. But then, Maria, in these days, it's very difficult to expect politicians to adhere to this model code of conduct.
So, model code of conduct aside, Nalin Mehta, this point being made by Rasheed, that it's a local election, Chunav Assembly ka hai, but again, that is Congress's style of looking at elections. I was in Anand, Nalin, and that's a constituency where it's 50-50. 50% of seats go to the Congress, 50% seats go to the BJP. And there again, I heard about the name of the local candidate. But as far as other people were concerned, who were BJP supporters, they were speaking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They were not even perhaps aware who their local or the MLA candidate was of the BJP.
So, Maria, there is no question that in Gujarat, the BJP is synonymous with Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi has been the architect of the BJP's rise right from the 1990s in this state as a Karyakarta and at different roles and so on, and then as Chief Minister from 2002 onwards till 2014, and then as Prime Minister. I think if you look at Gujarati iconicity, you look at icons of Gujarati culture, there is no question that there is great pride in Gujarat among the average Gujarati citizen on the fact that you have a Gujarati Prime Minister and it's Narendra Modi. Now, whether you like Modi or not, that's different. The fact of the matter is, this is a very core part of the appeal of the BJP in Gujarat, which is led by Narendra Modi, right? Now, apart from the structural advantages that the BJP has by dint of being the dominant party in Gujarat now for over 3 decades, and Narendra Modi has been a core part of that. Now, this is why Modi is leading from the front. Now, to respond to Rasheed, it's an election campaign. There is nothing which says that you can't campaign like this. If the BJP is working harder, if it's putting more resources on the ground, and it's treating this campaign ruthlessly with better efficiency, then, you know, this is a different kind of politics. You've got to deal with it. The older style of campaign politics has changed. The BJP has brought that. In fact, this criticism was put on the BJP even in the Hyderabad municipal election 2 years ago, when various cabinet ministers and other chief ministers of the BJP campaigned in Hyderabad, which led to significant gains for the BJP in Hyderabad. Now you could have said, okay, well, why are they campaigning? But the fact of the matter is they are, and they are winning.
In MCD elections also, Advaita, you know, BJP President Mr. Nadda told me in the interview yesterday that मैं कल जा रहा हूँ assembly ये MCD election के लिए campaign करने के लिए. So वहाँ पर road show चल रहा था अहमदाबाद में. Home Minister Amit Shah का, today's Prime Minister will be in Ahmedabad and in other parts of Gujarat. You had all the leaders, chief ministers. Mr. Fadnavis was there holding press conference 2 days back. It was Himanta Biswa Sarma. Other leaders in other districts trying to look at small constituencies. So if you have an Assamese voters, then they will try and get the Assam Chief Minister. If you have a pocket which has dominance of the Marathis, then you get Mr. Devendra Fadnavis to appeal to them. So this connect and micromanagement.
Absolutely, I think every vote counts, and I think the BJP realizes that, despite being in power, despite being in pole position, and it's on such a strong ground, they still make the effort to go out and chase after every vote. Now, we were discussing in the earlier segment how Congress has this captive vote bank in Gujarat, which delivers on about at least 40 seats. Despite that fact, you don't see the Congress really going out there and building on that. I think there's a tendency to take these votes for granted, which is one of the reasons why voters are getting disenchanted with the Congress and moving towards newer formations like AAP. It's because on some level they feel like they've been taken for granted and that they're just there because they've always been there. And I think this is a deep problem with the Congress. And my heart really goes to the Congress leaders who are fighting this election, because really doing it on their own. They've had no support from the central leadership. They're really on their own. They're like a political startup in many ways, because they're fighting this election based on their own merit and their own kind of work on the ground. And let's see how they do. But they're in a very lonely fight especially when you see it in the context of the BJP.
It is a lonely fight. Yes.
At one point to